Hey there guys, what is up? I am back after Christmas, doing a 4K sort of is it worth it type video. I got a few 4Ks for Christmas, and I've actually bought a couple myself over Christmas in the January sales, so I thought I'd just go over a couple of those. Starting off, we'll go for Dunkirk in 4K Blu-ray. I got this one for Christmas from a friend of mine. I've really wanted to see it. I heard good things. I watched it probably about a week or so ago. The quality of the 4K Blu-ray is really, really stupidly good. I mean, it's got all the IMAX scenes. I think like 70 or 80% of the film was filmed in IMAX. It's got all the IMAX scenes in it. As for the film itself, the film was so-so. I didn't love it. I definitely didn't hate it, but it was no Saving Private Ryan. But it was good nonetheless. I mean, it was beautifully shot, and you know, Christopher Nolan, he's a genius. The only thing that sucks about the 4K Blu-rays with the Nolan releases is he doesn't really do Atmos. He just does DTS HD, I believe it is. Yeah, DTS HD Master Audio, which is fine. It still sounds, you know, very bassy and very thumpy, but it's, you know, it's no Dolby Atmos. But I mean, Dunkirk, if you haven't got it on Blu-ray, yeah, get the 4K. It's an upgrade. It looks really nice. Next up, we have the Transformers 1 to 5 Blu-ray box. 4K Blu-ray box set. This was on sale on Amazon for £50. So I thought, well, you know, it was about the £90. It works out about £10 per 4K movie. So I thought, screw it. I know a lot of people don't like the Transformers films, but I do. So yeah, I thought I'd pick that up. Overall, quality-wise, that's number one there. That's the case there. They're all in Dolby Atmos, which is fantastic, and Dolby Vision if you've got a Dolby Vision player, which is always good. Revenge of the Fallen, Duck the Moon, Age of Extinction, and of course the latest one, The Last Night. Number one, quality-wise, picture-wise, it's not a massive step up from the Blu-ray, if I'm being honest. I'm not going to sit here and try and sort of convince myself and convince you that, oh my god, it looks amazing, because it looks alright. I mean, it is an upgrade. The HDR makes the colours pop a little bit, but the HDR is very subtle. It's not like stupidly noticeable. Number two is a step up from number one. The only problem is it doesn't feature the IMAX scenes from the woods when Optimus Prime is fighting Megatron and the other Decepticons, when he gets fucked up, basically. So that was disappointing. Upgrade from Blu-ray, yes. Not a massive one, but yes, still definitely an upgrade. Number three, Dark of the Moon, I'd say, you know, it was a decent upgrade. It looks good. The HDR is a bit more punchy. You can definitely notice, like I said, it's sharper. There's more detail and stuff like that. So if you haven't got that on Blu-ray already, I'd recommend getting that. Number four, really, really, really beautiful on 4K. Again though, problem is, same as number two and three, no IMAX scenes. It seems like the IMAX scenes for Age of Extinction and, well, Age of Extinction is exclusive to the 3D Blu-ray. Which is fine, but I mean, it kind of sucks. I mean, if you're getting, you know, a 4K format, you want the best sort of pitch quality you can get, and IMAX is obviously the best. And the fact that they didn't include IMAX, like the IMAX scenes on this one, it baffles me. It's really confusing. But other than that, I mean, it still looks beautiful, still beautifully shot. The HDR is great. I believe most of this was shot on digital, not film. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure most of that was shot on digital, so obviously it looks really sharp, really clean. Yeah. Number five. Now, out of all the Transformers movies, this is probably, well, I don't know actually, people regard this as the worst out of all of the Transformers movies. But me personally, I actually enjoyed The Last Night more than I did the fourth one. I mean, that's just me. I mean, you might think I'm crazy for thinking that, but you know, I enjoyed it more. I mean, yeah, okay, the story's not the best, but I mean, it's a Michael Bay film, so you know, you're going to expect loud explosions, half-naked women, you know, all the usual shit you get with a Michael Bay film. But this one, this is a reference disc. If you want to show off your 4K TV, your Atmos setup, you know, etc., etc., this this is one of those movies you can do that with, because honestly, it has the IMAX scenes, which is great, and it looks absolutely fantastic in 4K. The HDR pops like a motherfucker, and everything just looks absolutely gorgeous. So, like I said, you might not be a fan of the movie, but the actual picture quality wise, it's amazing. So that's definitely worth picking up. I don't actually have the discs, the 4K discs in this set anymore. I put them in the steelbooks because, as you can see, this set is not exactly great. I mean, look at it. You know, the front cover's kind of rubbish. The side looks cool, back looks crap. You know, so I put them in the steelbooks. Okay, next up we have the Harry Potter 1 to 8, or should I say 1 to 7/7B, I guess, because it's split in 2 parts. This, as you can see, is a really nice box set. It's nice and hard. Like mine's got like a massive like line going down here. I'm guessing when it was in the, you can't see it obviously when you're sort of just looking at it, but when you shine it in the light, it's like a massive scratch mark going down there. Yeah, I don't know whether that was from transit or security tag or what, but it doesn't really bother me. Like I said, it's like the Lord of the Rings box sets, the original box sets. It's in a nice hard box, you know, which is quite nice. It's the reason why I haven't put it in my Hogwarts set. I've kept it in this box because I actually really like the box. The box is pretty. Contrary to popular belief, this does not come with any bonus features. None at all. Like, they originally advertised it, and I think several sites are still advertising it as, contains the 8-part documentary. I can't remember what it's called. Making the Magic, I think it's called, or something like that. But it doesn't. It doesn't have anything. It doesn't even have the Blu-ray discs. I mean, this literally just has, you get the digital and you get the 4K discs. That is it. You don't get any Blu-rays. It's just the 4K discs. And I believe that this will set you back about 80 quid. So whether or not it's worth it is kind of up to you, really, depending on your financial situation. Okay, the first one, Philosopher's Stone. Got a brand new transfer. It's a native 4K transfer. It's a bit, I'd say in terms of quality, it's a big step up from the original Blu-ray. In terms of like HDR and stuff like that, you know, it's subtle. It's not stupidly noticeable. I mean, it's noticeable. When I say not stupidly noticeable, I just mean that it's not, you know, obvious to the average everyday Joe that it's, you know, HDR and etc. etc. I mean, most people don't even know what HDR is still. So, number 2, that one looks fantastic. I think in terms of quality compared to the older Blu-ray, that's fantastic. That's worth an upgrade. Prisoner of Azkaban, again, sort of in the middle between these two. You know, it's an upgrade, but it's not like a massive, stupidly, oh my god, upgrade. But it definitely does look better. Goblet of Fire, which is my favourite Harry Potter film. Like I said, again, all of these, by the way, the first 4 films are all native 4K transfers. We'll just say that because I forget the actual technical term for it. But yeah, this one looks fantastic as well. Out of the first 4, I'd definitely say the highlights for me is probably those 2, number 2 and 4. They just look great in HDR and 4K. Number 5, Order of the Phoenix. It's a 2K digital intermediate. That's the word I was looking for. 2K, and then it's obviously upscaled to 4K. Well, I say upscaled, but you know, it's finished in 2K, but then it's sort of, you know, upscaled-ish, sort of, yeah. But that's what that is. It's like I said, it's an upgrade, but it's not leaps and bounds from the Blu-ray. Half-Blood Prince looks really good. The blacks look really inky in it. It's obviously a very dark film, that one. So you know, you've got to have a decent TV that's either got you know, decent local dimming or an OLED. You know, obviously OLEDs, blacks are black sort of thing. Deathly Hallows Part 1 looks really good in 4Ks. The HDR again, very subtle but noticeable, especially with obviously all the spell effects and stuff like that. And Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. That's probably, out of all of these, even the native 4K ones, that's probably the most noticeable HDR-wise. Because I mean, obviously the end fight scene in Hogwarts looks really, really good. With obviously the big shield going over Hogwarts, and obviously you've got Voldemort and all these little homeboys like firing their spells at the shield, and obviously it's putting cracks in the shield, and then obviously it brings it down eventually. That looks obviously really good in HDR. So yeah, that's it for the Harry Potters. Like I said, I mean, overall, if you don't have them already on Blu-ray, and you're thinking about getting them, I would probably say get the 4Ks. But if you like your bonus features, I would probably say pick up the Hogwarts set. You can get the Hogwarts set for roughly the same price as the 4Ks. They don't actually sell it like from like Amazon or anywhere. It's all third-party sellers now, but you can get it for about 80-90 quid, I think, if you did a bit of shopping around for the same price as this, and you've got a ton of bonus features in the Hogwarts set, so you know you can't really go wrong with that. But if you're after just quality and you just want the movies, then the 4K set, by all means, grab that. And last but not least, we have Blue Planet 2. Yes, it's another BBC 4K release. They released Planet Earth 2 last year, which looked absolutely breathtaking, fantastic in 4K HDR. And I haven't watched the whole thing yet, but I've watched the first 3 episodes, and my God, it looks amazing. It's all full screen, as you'd expect from a documentary. It's all completely full screen. The HDR is, it's beautiful. It's not like overblown colours or anything like that. It's nice and natural. It just looks absolutely fantastic. Yeah, this was actually all shot in 4K as well, I believe. So yeah, you don't get the diaries on the 4K discs, just like the first, just like Planet Earth 1. You have to watch those on the Blu-ray disc. The Blu-ray disc is 1080i, which I always thought was weird. I mean, if it's shot in 4K, you know, why can't they make the Blu-ray in 1080p? It doesn't really make much sense. But you know, there you go. And the 4K disc, obviously 2160p. The disc format for the 4K disc is UHD BD66, so 66 gigabytes. Disc format for the Blu-ray is Blu-ray disc 50, so 50 gigabytes per disc. So yeah, obviously, yeah, like I said, if you've got a 4K player, Blue Planet 2, Planet Earth 2, wow, you won't be disappointed. Those are the sort of things you want to use to show off to your friends. Like, look how good my TV is. Stick that on, they'll be sitting there with their mouths open. Yeah. Anyhow, guys, that's it from me. I hope this video has been helpful in some way to some of you. Like, subscribe, leave me a comment. See you later. Bye-bye.